Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. And this is Annika. And Annika from Germany.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. And we're going to do a haircut today. We're going to do 2 haircuts today. Because you're a little bit nervous. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 haircut. We're going to do like 1 haircut and then 2 haircuts. So you're going to end up with a little adventure. And you're nervous. And the reason why you're nervous is because you had a bad haircut when you were like 10 years old.
Yeah.
But up to 10, you were 10-year-old having a haircut. You're like, but it was so bad. I'm like, yeah, but you're 10. Now you're a woman. So this will be your first short haircut as a woman. You're just nervous because you're thinking back to that time. But we're just going to overcome that today.
Okay.
And yeah. So we found a wardrobe that you liked. And you said you weren't into really girly dresses or things like that. You just went towards like this and this. When I'm like, well, if you're not like really girly, then why do you have like hair? Just cut it off. And then you're like, okay. So anyhow, we're gonna change into this.
Yes.
Cool. And you can change back there.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, just through that. Yep. Oh, super cool. Cool, jump on here. And what was your name again?
Hello.
Hannah. So Hannah's going next. You can lean in and say hi to the camera. Yeah, so you want a haircut too. Cool. And then we'll do same thing with your wardrobe and everything. Awesome. Yeah, you have a lot of hair.
Yeah, I know.
Now, did you have it long before, like really long as well? No, you're always about here because it's too much for you?
Yeah, it's too warm.
Yeah,
and
I'm
heavy.
just not feeling, you just need to cut it. Once it's cut, you're probably going to be like, I don't want my hair to grow back. So we'll start with like a short bob that's big. And you'd be like, you know, those bad short bobs, because we love them for, for YouTube purposes.
That's why we love them.
Yeah, and then we'll cut more. And pony or no pony?
No, I'm not
Pony
sure.
with bob?
With Bob, yeah, pony.
Pony with bob? Short pony with bob?
I'm not sure about a short pony. When
No.
I'll be there.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll get that. When I hold it up and you say, okay, do you want the stripy one or the pink one? Or a black one?
For the thing?
Yeah, for the pink.
Oh, yeah, we can take it.
You want pink or stripy? I think I want stripy. Because you're not really a girly girl. You're more of a contemporary. Now, this is the day and age of like pronouns and things like that. Do you have pronouns or? No. Nine.
9.
Yeah, come on over and we can wash it.
Thank you.
Yeah, people with your hair type don't like bobs because they're big, but that's what we want today. It's exactly what we want for YouTube purposes. A big bob.
Big bob.
Some people actually love it. They do it intentionally. They're like big.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, some people are trying to do that, and I don't even have to do anything.
No. And we're doing it with pony.
With pony, okay.
Yeah, and it's your call. Now, would you do a short pony or you want a little bit longer?
What means short for you?
Oh, for me, like short would be way up there,
Yeah, no.
like on the eyebrow or just above the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you have to style the pony or does it just?
Well, your head's gonna end up shorter anyway. When we're done today, you're gonna have with like short hair. Guy, you don't have to do anything with when you get out of the ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna shake it and go.
Okay.
That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, it gets curlier, so it's even shorter.
Even better. Even better. So yeah, this will be your summer of 2023.
Yeah.
Now, when do you go back to Germany?
End of April.
So then you go back for another summer.
Yeah.
So this is your first summer haircut of 2023, and then you'll have a second summer haircut of 2023 because you're about to have 2 summers.
Yeah.
So don't worry about cutting it too short because it's going to be short for, it's going to be summer for you for the next, until September. Yeah. This is summer now. Your summer ends in September.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So don't worry about it.
I had 1.5 years of summer.
Yeah.
When I go back.
That's good. Cool. Okay, so before I cut, we're going to go right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just on the eyebrow, just above the eyebrow.
Mhm.
Cool, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. That's so good already.
I only had a pony once.
Well, good. And it does pop up a little bit, but that's part of the fun. Perfect. Sweet. Do you like your pony already?
It looks so different with pony.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
point. Now in Germany they don't call them fringes, they call them ponies.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying pony.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what's a pony?
But that's what a pony is. Because in Germany they say ponies, and then in New Zealand it's fringe, and where I come from, North America, it's bangs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And all three relate back to horses.
Or to horses.
Horses.
What's French for a horse?
Fringe is the same, but when you cut them horses, like when the mane,
Yeah.
they would call that, when you would cut it, they would call it a fringe.
Oh, I see.
Or they would call it bangs, or they would call it a pony. And but the reason for that is because humans were cutting their horses' hair before they were cutting their own hair.
Wow.
Yeah? And then they were labeling it that. And then as we established the hair industry, we took the names from that to cutting human hair.
Mm-hmm.
But historically, like in medieval times, there were no hairdressers. Your hair was just like here, right?
Yeah.
But you had a horse. But you took care of your horse, and then you give your horse some bangs, or give your horse a pony, or give your horse a fringe, but depending on which part of the world you came from. And then as we got into, after medieval times, at some point, we got into, barbers came first, but barbers were surgeries and hair cutting.
Surgeons too?
Surgery first,
Yeah.
surgery and hair cutting, and then beauty parlors came, and all that became later on.
Yeah.
But we were cutting our horse's hair before we were cutting our own hair. And the history of it all.
That's also
Yeah.
why it's called pony.
Yeah. So a lot of the naming is like, why is it pony, why is it horse, or ponytail, or whatever. It's all labeled after when we were taking care of our horses, because we were taking care of our horses and we weren't taking care of ourselves. It all goes back to those times.
So haircuts come from horses.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see horses to be very hygienic animals.
Oh no, the horses were well taken care of. But people back then in medieval times were very unhygienic. Because they weren't showering every day. They weren't washing their clothes.
No.
They were.
There were
But
things in piss.
the other thing about it is they didn't smell. because they did smell, but you didn't notice the smell,
Yeah,
because when everyone smells the same, you don't notice it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. So they didn't smell, but they did. Like if I was to time travel to the 1400s or 1200s, let's say 1200s or 1100s or whatever, I would be like, oh my God, these people stink.
And also the cities.
But then people from that time, they're like, what are you talking about? You smell like, they would say like, if I went back there, they look at me like, why do you smell like flowers?
Yeah.
Because I shower and I put deodorant on. I was like, this guy is weird. Like he smells like a meadow. I'm like, yeah.
They actually used to wash their clothes in piss.
Yep.
So,
Because of the ammonia. Yep.
yeah, so that made perfect sense to them.
Yep. Yeah, true. All true.
I learned that from horrible mysteries.
Aha. So you're gonna look a little bit like Dora the Explorer to start. But we like Dora the Explorer. We want that. And you've had a bob before?
No.
No, first time bob.
Mm-hmm.
You want a short one? Yeah,
Yeah.
short. As short as I can possibly cut it.
Well, what's
Well, there's ones here, like that kind of short, or you can go up into the hairline, like, well, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll do like that. Nice and short. All for your life experience. These short bobs with bangs or with pony fringe remind me of the movie Queen's Gambit.
Well, I
You
haven't
see-
seen
You
it.
haven't seen it?
No.
A lot of that movie was filmed in Berlin.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Chess. The girl that plays chess is so good. Yeah, I love all the haircuts in it too, though, right?
Yeah.
So and the wardrobes, everything about it. I was mesmerized. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even following the plot. I'm following everything else.
Haircut.
Wardrobe, haircut, you name it. And also all the locations that they filmed. Because part of it was filmed in Toronto, and I knew the locations around Toronto because there's a lot of places I used to hang out. And part of it was filmed in Berlin. All the stuff that was supposed to be Russia in the 1960s,
Yeah.
that was filmed in Berlin. Because but Berlin still has a lot of old history,
Yeah, that's
especially what used to be part of East Germany, East Berlin or whatever. Yeah, because a lot of that would be more historic. So there's a lot of really good locations and stuff. And
Yeah.
some of the stuff that was like South America in the 60s was also Berlin.
Yeah, they have some pretty old buildings.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Have you aesthetic with this movie going on, and very muted colours as well, which probably did go along with the age of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like lots of grey blues and really dark reds, and what's mostly seen from the photos I'm looking at, a lot of browns used as well.
How old is the movie?
Not that old.
Not that old?
No. I saw it a year ago, maybe.
Oh, so it's pretty new.
Very new, yeah. It's on. I saw it on Netflix.
Oh, okay. I should watch it too.
Yeah.
How's it called again? Queen?
Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit. I'll show you some clips from it before you, if I remember. I have to remember.
I remember.
I always say that, and then the camera goes off, and then I forget. And they later, I'm like, oh, I forgot to show them. Oops.
Some bears.
Yeah, it's still going. Cool. That's the other thing I have to think about.
Recording.
Well, because it should it it can turn it off like automatically.
Oh, it goes off automatically?
No, it can because I reinstalled Windows, so all the old settings are gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's still going. I'm sure because it's on recorder, it will know not to turn off. But every new year, I always reinstall all the operating systems for the year.
Yeah.
Clean them up. So you're not nervous anymore, are you?
No.
See, I told you.
I'm excited.
Excited, exactly. It changes.
Yeah, I like the length.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, I like it.
Different girl.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's going to suit your outfit though. Maybe. In Germany, you guys call this a bob as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's universal.
Yeah.
But the bob was popular in the 1920s, and Germany was very much a party in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Very, in the film, because the silent film era, a lot of amazing movies were made in Germany in the 1920s. Like,
Yeah.
it was very world leader in the 1920s at the time. A lot of Americans went over to Berlin. And also Paris. But Paris and Berlin, they were very amazing places to be in the 1920s. And New York.
Oh, yeah.
It was a party time. Chicago was crazy. New York was fun.
That's what I heard.
Louise Brooks went over to Berlin and made a few movies in the 1920s. She was originally from Kansas. Very famous American silent film actress. But she was trained as a dancer. So when you go back to silent film, someone who was trained as a dancer was better in the movie than somebody who could act. The silent film people couldn't act. Because if you can't speak, if it's silent, you
Yeah.
have to project with body movement.
Yeah.
So therefore they would get dancers to do the body movement, and then they would have the caption, and then the body movement and the caption.
Yeah.
So actors were in theater, and people who were not really big dancers or like mediocre dancers,
Yeah.
and it was a silent film. Now here's the issue: when film came along with sound, all the
the
silent film actors were like, "Oh my God, my career's finished. What am I going to do now?"
Yeah.
Because then the theater actors transitioned over to film
Yeah.
because now they could act. But in silent film wasn't acting; it was body projection. Yeah. And so all the big stars in the silent film era were finished. It's like, oh my God, they're putting sound on. And then color came with Wizard of Oz.
Oh, the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it was early color.
I saw it as a musical.
Yeah,
It was really good.
yeah. Yeah, super blunt bob.
I like it.
Yeah, I know you did.
Was a good idea.
That was a good idea. Of course, it was a good idea. They're all good ideas. Doing nothing is not a good idea.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got to do something. Now, where you want your split and parting in the middle. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
middle. And I might add a little more fringe to it. Just further back.
That looks really cool.
That's cool. Eh? It's a nice haircut.
Yeah. That's more fresh than the other one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, I know what it's gonna look like when it's dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a natural dry with it.
It's gonna look very different.
Yeah. One eye and all that. Yeah. Give it a big shake.
Oh, it's a light.
Feels good, eh? And I'll show you from the back.
Oh, that's cute.
And you know what? It's big, but it's not as big as you thought.
Yeah.
You thought it was
it's
going to
true.
be bigger, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was being all dramatic with you. And see if you fit over your ears.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, isn't it? See the way it bunches back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a cool haircut. And you might end up keeping this one because it's good. But you're welcome to have another haircut today. But if you love it, it's your call. It's your hair.
No, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like it too. You've changed. That's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Also, you'll be back to Wellington.
Yeah.
You can do more.
That's true.
Das ist gut Haarschnitt.
Ein guter Haarschnitt.
Guter Haarschnitt.
Yes.
Cool. So what I'm putting in right now, it's like a natural, like vegan cream for dry hair, like for moisture. It's moisturizer.
Moisturizer.
Yeah. It's like a moisturizing cream.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it into the machine to do a natural dry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes it natural for us?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because if I use a hair dryer on you, it would go big.
Yeah.
But
That's why I never use
No.
hair dryers.
Wow.
But that's why I said to you, we're going to just make it so it's going to be wash and wear regardless of what it is. So this haircut is wash and wear.
So it just has air from every side.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. And this machine is from Germany too. I've used everything with you today from Germany.
Yeah.
This machine, this product, we do.
We do.
We do. I use We Do shampoo conditioner, treatment, and this is moisturizing day cream
Mm-hmm.
for hair and hands. So you put in your hair, whatever's left over, you can put in your hands. So it's good for the environment, good for your skin. Yeah, and then just do like a natural like that, and you can put your fingers through it. It's not gonna ruin it. Cool. Yeah, you can put your fingers in. Yeah, you can put your fingers in. We can take this off too now.
Okay.
I'll take that off, and then you got your hands back. Take this out. There you go. Play with that. Let it dry.
It's so short.
Isn't that awesome? Don't you love it?
Yeah, it's nice.
And you know how scared you were?
Yeah.
Now I said, it's like when you're afraid of heights, if you jump out of a plane, when you land, you're like, oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So now you no longer have a fear of a haircut. Because you came in today, like you're afraid to get a haircut, now you're not afraid to have a haircut. Good. Overcame. Sweet.
Oh, I love that it finishes down here.
Yeah. So here we are dry.
Yeah.
Cute.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. And you thought it was going to be big, because we were like, it's going to be so big.
But it's not as big as I thought
No,
it would be. I
perfect.
thought it would be more fluffy.
Yeah, perfect.
I like it.
And then you've been running your fingers through it, so your fringe has gone back like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I want to layer it a little more, like it just like cut a little more off here. This is good. I just want to layer it a little more so that you end up more with, like you see how your hair is doing like that stuff through there.
Yeah.
Like if we layer more, then you get like even more of that. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to leave it alone?
Well, I wouldn't cut too much off.
No, not too much. Just a little bit more, like up for layers, just to soften it a little bit on the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, we just leave it. I don't mind. We can just leave it.
I would love to be able to like put a small.
Well, then we're gonna leave it then. But that would be good. We do that. To do that.
But is it then possible if you cut it a little bit?
Yeah, it would be. But I'm gonna leave it because it's just it's me wanting to do things. But you know, I'm just gonna leave it because it's so inconsequential.
Inconsequential.
Yeah. That's a big word, isn't it?
Yeah.
How is your learning English? Is it good?
Yeah.
English learnings?
I learn
Is-
new words every day.
2 new words every day. English learning good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, straight down. You'd also look cute with a little Emily haircut from the movie Emily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's a little bit shorter than this. If you want that haircut, I would do that too. It's just a little bit shorter than this one. But I also like this. I think this one's a little bit better than the Emily one for you. But you could do an Emily haircut. But I think because you're traveling and you're like wash and wear, I think this one's better for you than an Emily haircut. But you could do an Emily haircut anytime in your life.
Yeah.
You can come back and do an Emily haircut.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. But I think this is good for now.
Yeah,
And I love the size of it.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Such a big
So we're gonna spin you so that people at home can see. Yeah, nice natural bob. Yeah. And there we go. And give it a shake. And we're gonna grab a camera and take some after photos.
Yes.
I love how voluminous your hair is.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so jealous, honestly.
I love
Yeah.
big bobs.
It looks awesome.
I love big bobs. Come on over this way. We'll stand right here. Right in the middle of the two mirrors. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Come on over. We'll say bye to the tubers. I'll say, das ist gut, Harsne, ja?
Yeah.
Das ist gut,
Das
ja?
ist ein guter Haus.
Das is, yeah, you say it better than me because that's your mother tongue, you know. Anyhow, enjoy. You're going up to Nelson, you're going South Island. When you come back to Wellington?
Probably February.
February.
March.
So come back and we'll do another video when you come back in February. So this is the video today. She'll be back to Wellington in February. We'll do another video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have another idea then. Cool. Awesome. Bye, tubers.